Well, I would start by saying that even though a lot of the things that we face today didn't really exist, or at least it weren't so common thousands of years ago, the beauty of the medicine is that it works no matter what the issue is. Like I had someone earlier today who had the skin issue, but no doctor's been able to figure out what it is, and I don't need a diagnosis in Western terms to still be able to help them. So, and it's great for stress, and everyone I think at this point is overwhelmed, overworked, and really stressed. So if nothing else, it helps you decompress. Yeah. Well, I learned a lot. I'd have to say all of my teachers were incredibly knowledgeable. Emperor's College taught me, I got definitely the best groundwork or the basis of knowledge that I could get from any school, I think. And Emperor's definitely helped me with everything that I do today. Like every situation that I come across, I never feel lost or like, oh my God, I never learned how to do this. Emperor's definitely gave me the basic training that was needed to help all my patients, and I'm really grateful for that. Every patient I see, there's no like, oh my God, I didn't learn anything to prepare myself for that. There's always a certain level of confidence in knowing what to do. So. Well, several things. One is to be tenacious. So if you don't hear back from someone, definitely keep in touch. I mean, don't get to the point where you're going to annoy them, but keep at it. And how I got in all the gift bags, I do Oscars, Emmys, Grammys, all of those. It was actually luck, and I don't know if I should share that, but it just happened to be that a friend of mine met the owner of the company that does all the gift bags. So that's how that came about, but I stay on top of it, and I remind him every year, okay, what should I give you for the gift bags this year? They don't reach out to me at this point, they expect me, so I stay on top of all of it. And when it comes to being invited on TV shows and to quotes for magazines, I think I come across as someone who's confident in their knowledge, and I think that's important too, like having the attitude, like I'm really good at what I do, and you want me. You want my knowledge, you want your readers, your followers, whatever it is, they're going to get something from it. Always have business cards that stand out. Have a website that's great, because I know when I first developed my website, I don't know how many years ago it was now, there weren't that many acupuncturists even with websites yet. And now occasionally I'm curious, like people I went to school with or whatever, I'm like, oh, what does their website look like? And sometimes they're great, and sometimes there's typos, it looks unprofessional, and then no one's gonna look at your site or call you if they're not blown away by your presentation. And just cold calling. I did a lot of that at the beginning. Like I just reached out to people in the entertainment business, like the managers and so forth, and just, here's my name, here's my number, if your clients need me. So again, tenacity came into play. And just keep pushing through, because I know a lot of people I went to school with, they like, oh, it's hard to build a business, and they kind of just gave up. But I never did, and now it's sort of at the point where I still have to work at building my business, but it's got this flow to it now that if I had, given up a couple of years into having my license, this wouldn't have happened. And at parties or social settings, I don't go around saying, hey, this is what I do, this is what I do, but if it comes up, I make sure, people know and get that impression of like, okay, this is someone I want to talk to. One thing is to remember, I don't remember who taught me this, but for every 100 cards you give out, one person might call you. So you have to keep that in mind, that no matter how interested someone might seem in your services, that does not mean they're going to call you. So don't think of that as a reflection on who you are, your talents. Give a lot of lectures. There's definitely local schools, charities. Like I've done talks at Whole Foods before, so that's always an option. And now with Yelp, you definitely need to have a page on Yelp and get patients to review you. And Groupon is also a great resource now too. But I would also say with that, do not cheapen your prices just because you're scared. I know a lot of acupuncturists that charge, $40 a visit, and that hurts everyone when you're charging that little. And people, I've seen when I've done that at the beginning, people don't necessarily appreciate your services as much. I mean, it's great to have a sliding scale. I do that, of course, but stay confident. Like, I know I'm worth this amount of money. So whatever you end up charging when you first get out of school, I would say stick with that unless it's someone who genuinely needs a break. And then I also send a lot of people to Emperor's Clinic that the sliding scale is still not affordable to them. And people will remember that. They'll appreciate, like, okay, they wanted to make sure I still got help. So, they might tell other people about you, or when they do have better finances, they will contact you. Making people feel better. I have to say, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't hear, oh my God, I'm doing so much better. And it's really rewarding. No one leaves, feeling worse. No one leaves upset. It's just knowing that I'm helping people every single day is incredible. Well, definitely at the beginning, and that's when the economy collapsed. When it was like 5 years ago, there was some challenges rebuilding my business because a lot of people were scared to spend money, and that's starting to get better. But and thinking that something big was about to happen, and then it fell through. That'll happen a lot. I mean, you might be one of the very rare lucky ones that everything that people say is going to happen happens. But so that definitely took some time to, like, okay, I thought, this big possibility might happen, and then it didn't, and that was hard to not take it personally and give up. And now it's more of finding a balance to make sure all my days off, that they're actually days off. I would say things to do on your own would be to do a green juice every day.